Do I look like...
Oh, I know what keeps you up at night, you naughty little rascal. What voluptuous, plump, and squishy question dominates your mind and makes your blood pressure rise high in certain regions of your body? Can you beat Resident Evil Village with only explosives? Don't worry, my glazed carrot stick. I'm here to quench that thirst for you. Hello there, I'm Playsiera, and I know that this is your juiciest desire, so here I am. Your wish is my command. Today we're talking Resident Evil Village, the latest story-wise contribution to the mastermind franchise of the head honchos over at Capcom. And what a bomb this game is! Everything you ever loved in a Resident Evil game is in this thing, but bigger! Okay, Jill is missing, but still! The cultural sights will tingle your head, the gameplay will thrill your nerves, and the characters will haunt your dreams in every way that you're thinking right now. I promise you, you'll never have a better sleep than after this wild ride. And I want to heighten this joy even more, for I will only use one particular set of weapons. A shotgun? Get that thing out of my face. A pistol? What drugs are you on, mate? Knife? Only the biggest madlads would try this nuttiness. I love you guys. Hell nah, I'm starting a fresh new game. Grasp every resource I get my hands on, which in this case will be pipe bombs and mines for Ethan's part, and grenades for St. Chris.
Yeah.
And blow my way to the top, just like every adult movie. Sorry, there was a lump in my throat. But beware, this is gonna be painful, my friend. I soon found out that I will be forced to deviate from my intent if I want to make it out alive. But don't panic, I will give you some sweet explanation all in due time. So, will I have enough of eruption power to conquer every obstacle in my way? Or will the hefty weight of this challenge make my back crumble like Lady Dimitrescu can relate to? No more talking now.
Let's blow this pop stand!
Here I was, back again as Ethan Winters with my love, Mia. After a horrible last vacation... Ew!
Yummy.
Now that got out of hand quickly. We went to therapy and a lot to bad, so that we are now a cute little family, completed by our baby Rose.
Aww.
It was time again for another holiday. We won't repeat the last mistake. Oh no, this time there's gonna be more research. Let's see. Great trip to how Japanese people think European villages look like. And they're kinda right. Nice villages, nice castle, nice mistress. Overall,
Nice.
booked. Obviously, we fell into that tourist trap again. For the second we arrived, my girls got kidnapped again. No! A message said that this place is renowned for his incomparable escape rooms, and I won't be spared of them. If I can survive them with only explosives, I will get my family back, and we'll win an all-inclusive stay in this village's castle. But if not, we will be stuck here forever. Oh, God forbid, I couldn't let that happen, so I activated my last 2 brain cells and was set to win this night, baby. I took a look around to where they could have taken them, and I give the reviewer credit. This place rocks! Might be a little unconventional in some places, but who am I to judge others' traditions? Oh, I can't wait to get to the glorious castle and its promising mistress. Of course, I'm only focused on finding my girls, of course. Being the amosexual American that I am, of course I'm talking about Ethan. My biggest priority was to find incendiary gear, but that was downright depressing. I couldn't find any. I even chose particularly standard for this and hoped to have more loot, but my luck already ran out the minute my honey bun was gone again. One of the Sugar Daypack villagers gave me his gun, but sir, I don't want this. As a punishment, I only watched in terror as he got executed, and stole his knife as well. You never know what it's good for. As this friendly fella came by, I asked him where I could find some explosives, but his answer was war.
That wasn't very nice.
I kept my cool, resisted the urge to seek revenge, ignored him, grabbed the bolt cutter to continue on, and he vanished into limbo. From then on there, the situation escalated quickly. All these so-called nice inhabitants wanted some Ethan snack. I tried to hide in the cabin, but being in a cabin in Resident Evil means doom. One of the hunchbacks broke in and tried to get to my second base. I wanted to tire him out. I blocked his attacks, played catch with him, and 10 minutes later, he was showing no remorse. So, my salami rep, I ask you, how should I successfully kill an enemy with only bombs if I don't have them? Exactly, with a gun. The first failure goes to the count. And if this start wasn't terrible enough, all hell broke loose! Shotgun. Seeing how this is going, I better grab your little boomstick. Go! Go! Oh no! Leave me alone! Leave me! Oh god, oh god. Oh. Oh. Stay outside, easy. Oh, oh god! I died a 1,000 deaths in these minutes, but kept my karma going by not killing any other enemy during this terror. Whew, it's finally over. I think I suffered enough. The hour has come for a little treat. I'm gonna check out the majestic, gothic castle now. Dimitrescu, that sounds promising. Oh, look at this beauty. God, I wanna live here. Despite everything, this was already worth all the drama. I don't think nothing, not even a million minds could bomb that even more, right? Ooh la la.
And blood.
Ooh. 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 Lady Dimitrescu, O Lord Almighty, thank you for thy bountiful gifts of Lady D's game. May they nourish from my body and do whatever they want with it. Hey, ooh, easy there, Tiger. I'm a father now. I'm out of practice. Hey, girl? Girls? What? What happened? What did I do? Don't leave me hanging! Oh, dang, that was such a deep blow. Not the kind I hoped for, though. Blue balled, I realized this ain't the time for some hanky-panky. Or, I mean, just a little. No, I'm all set to be a loyal hero to my Mia. Damn. With that, I pursued my way through the castle, and if these chicks didn't tease me enough, I had to fight them now and their set-up traps to even get out of this place. Rummaging through the hallways and scary walls, I haven't even gotten a whiff of any pipe bomb yet. You'd think that by meeting this beautiful manhole for burritos, that problem would be solved, but you couldn't be more wrong, my cute broccoli head. The merchant had not a single bomb to sell, only mines and the recipe for them, which I bought from him. The splattered around enemies were easily outrun, as usual in the Resident Evil verse. But in this castle were 3 main obstacles that caused me to expend my loser counter. The first obstacle, the environment. First, this room here, I had no other choice than to use my gun. And then here, look at this. In order to progress, I had to ring 5 bells. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. If I had enough bombs, I would have tried to blow them, but newsflash? Not literally this time. I hadn't, so I had to use a knife and the pistol. Well, I counted, hell yeah. By the way, you can find little knickknacks all around that you could sell to the merchant to gain more money, to buy supplies or better weapons from him, where the latter in my case won't be needed. And some of them hang high up in the ceiling so that you'd have to shoot them down to get them, but diligently I forewent that. If they were in arm's reach, I used the knife on them as well as on boxes in hopes to gain more loot, and that's why you see me a lot with these 2 weapons. And in general, if it's in arm's reach and I can use a knife on it, I won't count it as a failure, otherwise it goes to the loser count. Good, back to lady business. Obstacle number 2. 3 times ginger snaps. Lady D's daughters were looking hella fine and remind me so much of Ginger Fitzgerald of my beloved horror franchise Ginger Snaps. So it really pains me that I had to fight them. I'd gladly let them nibble on me for as long as they want, but sadly, that wasn't helping me reach my goal. At least, on my way to them, I found my first pipe bomb, which was wasted on the first munching vamp. This can't be! Plus 1 mine later, she lost completely her composure. After that, I crafted 2 mines and showed them to the bookworm. She was immediately blown away. Don't want to die! And for the last Snap Queen, I only had the 2 pipe bombs that you find in the room with her, and unfortunately these weren't enough to make her cookie crumble. No! She insisted on tanking 5 more pistol bullets, so gloomily my chagrin rose. And last, but definitely not least, the third obstacle, tweaking the 2 massive peeves. Of course I'm talking about the 2 stages of the Dimitrescu boss fight. I didn't find any more explosives or had enough parts to craft any, so let's get this over with real quick. I took my non-upgraded pistol and shotty and was sinking in shame. Sure, the first gigantic escape room was done, but with what a failure! Why couldn't she just swallow me up? At this point, was it even reasonable to go on? I found 0 traces of my boo, but... what the? The head of my baby girl? What have they done to my daughter? I seeked abetment by the big wombo, and luckily he raised up my hope again, for he told me there are 3 more escape rooms in the area, and in them the 3 other parts of my daughter are hid. So I only have to collect them all to get her back. That makes sense, if you don't think about it. So filled to the brim with ambition, I continued my journey and made my way forward to the socially awkward Donna Beneviento. This woman hid behind her doll Angie and made her up to have a Hannibal Lecter personality. Here's a survival tip, my crispy toad in the hole. If you're ever invited to a girl's house, no matter how hot she's cooking, and see that it is fully stocked with the dolls, this is a clear sign to run. The aftermath will always be much worse than the simple high of a kinky climax. See what I'm talking about? Don't get kicked. For this part, I thankfully didn't have to use any weapons. I only wished I'd lost my eyesight. But there it was, part 2, baby. Part 3 could be taken from this fishy boy Moreau. Getting to him included bloodlust and disgust, wasting my precious pipe bombs, and also another unavoidable pistol use. So, thankfully Moreau was the first boss fight that I could complete with explosives only. Yay! Alright, yeah, I used 1 practically placed explosive barrel as well with a mine, but I don't want to count that, okay? 3 pipe bombs and 6 mines used on that stink ball, and he was a goner for sure. Bye! And yet, there was nothing but a sore booby prize, for there was naught that could have prepared me for what was about to come. The stronghold bore more torment than the Middle Ages themselves. Look at this! You asshole! Oh, leave me alone! Oh my god! Oh my friggin' god! Oh my friggin' god! Run, Ethan! Run! Oh. No! What? What is this? What is this? Oh my god. My only chance to overcome this was to Forrest Gump my way through it. Also, I had to waste one of my precious pipe bombs on this sorry lichen. All this torture culminated in me meeting Wolverine. Not only had he a health bar as big as the Kilimanjaro, he also had friends. Are you kidding me? The fight wasn't particularly hard, but painful, because I had to use up all of my found and crafted explosives on him. At least it was all worth it, for I now had all parts of my rose back together. After this, I only had to find Mia and we can finally chill in our holidays. Okay, so how does this work? Okay. Huh? What? Are you kidding me? It presented me a direct way to the next hellhole, the Transformers factory by Heisenberg. This dude desperately wanted to sell me that he had the best exit game of them all, and I should try it out. But before I could even answer, he unleashed Ash Williams' wet dream onto me, and I was already neck deep into this crap. The factory was, in one word, annoying. Most of it could be Forrest Gumped, but 2 more parts with forced pistol shots went to the count. And the propeller man made me use up all of my agonizingly assembled pipe bombs and almost all of my mines. On top of that, Heisenberg wanted his showdown as well. For this, I had to use this tank, and while it had a machine gun and a chainsaw, it thankfully also had cannons which I can shoot and I will count as explosives. Between the firing of each cannonball, I had to bridge over the reloading time by evading this metallic T-Rex and hiding like a baby in corners. This went on forever, until he blew me out of my tank. Just as I thought I had him, he actually wanted to dance some more, and now I didn't have the tank anymore, so again I had to use up every single pipe bomb I was able to craft up until this point. And of course they weren't sufficient. For whatever reason, I could not place the mines on the floor. Why? Did the developers think this would have been too easy otherwise? Anyways, because of only 3 shotgun shells, I put shame on my family once more. I couldn't take this any longer. No trace of my Mia. My baby had to be put together but was made by IKEA, which means this will never fit. And I chew of more failures than I could chew. I alarmed my bodybuilding friend Chris Redfield that he has to come by and help me before I crumble to the floor. Being the shiny hunk that he is, of course, without an ounce of hesitation, this funky fella came to my rescue. In his inventory he had grenades, which will be the explosives for his part. During his run through the village, all of the townspeople came to greet him. Hello! He did not waste a single pineapple on these, all while activating a massive search engine to find my girls. While he decided that he has to get more to the bottom of it, the baby of Heisenberg and Wolverine jumped in to show Chris his colossal hammer. But Chris encountered by showing off his grenade collection, and Metal Wolfman was blown right back to Valhalla. The impossible happened right then and there. This fruity PowerBar has found my love! He rescued her and went on to tell me the great news right away, but also that Rose is nowhere to be seen. I would have to go on myself, for only I could save my baby girl. Collecting my last scrap of strength, I marched on, only to be reminded of how despairing everything was. Only 3 mines left, no loot to craft any stuff, and the merchant only sold me 1 pipe bomb and 1 mine at once. You're serious? You're worse than your RE4 mate! With that, I came to the final showdown, fighting Miranda, who despite of her mellifluous name, is nothing but rubbish. For she is the mastermind behind all this lunacy. She designed all these traps to lure in some poor good-willing tourists just like us into her place and make them stay forever. It was also she who gave me the ultimatum at the start of blowing my way through the night. There she stood and presented me my baby girl, but I had to fight her one last time to get her back. Miranda has 4 faces. The first one is her Tinkerbell face, the second one her Spider-Woman face, third she has her Dragon Ball face, and lastly her Emo face. After many feeble attempts...
What your purpose, Mr. Winters? You disposed of my...
Are you kidding me? My stockpile of 1 pipe and 4 mines couldn't even get her into her 3rd face. All hope was lost. With one final blow to my loser counter, I signed my fate to be forever stuck in Resident Evil Village. In pity, she released my Rose to be given back to Mia and have them get the luxury vacation, but I'm the prize she's gonna keep in her treasure chest. Is there any worse fate on Earth? My peachy flounder, the answer to your juicy question is sadly devastating. You can't beat Resident Evil 8 with explosives only. But still, this challenge was a blast for sure, since every stay in that village is a roller coaster ride of all the right thrills in all the right places. To everyone who's stuck until here, thank you, my meatloaf. And this is your chance. You can make a girl really happy if you pour some love in the like, comment and subscribe section of my channel. But of course only if you liked it. Also make sure to check out my other classic challenges on the greatness of the Resident Evil franchise if you haven't already. And also little side note here. My last video brought so many new faces here to my channel and I'm so grateful for all your support. I can't thank you all enough. This is literally a dream come true for me. So really, I'm super excited to have you here. We're gonna have a real great time. Well, didn't I promise you some sweet dreams? Go on and get some then, champ. You deserve it. But don't forget to take care, and I see you in my next video. Bye bye!